Hey there, Prairie Plant Girl here. Today I'm over here in my potato area. Right directly behind me are some Jimson potatoes that I planted April 10th, and they're just in some buckets. And I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but they're starting to flower. Some very pretty flowers, the prettiest flower I've ever seen on a potato. They're striped, kind of a purpley pink and white. But being that they're flowering, they're getting close to their maturity. So they've been in here for about 2 months now, so just over 60 days. And these were kind of an early to mid-season potato. So right now they're flowering. I could probably dig down and steal some baby potatoes off of them if I wanted. I'm going to try and keep them going for probably another couple of weeks, and then I will be harvesting the potatoes, and they should be good mature potatoes by that point. Then these pots will be freed up for more potato planting. I do have more potatoes planted in these really big pots in behind here. I have some more Jimsons and some Norlands in those pots as well. They were planted just, I think, I'm not even sure if it was a full month ago now. Maybe you recall that video. And I still have more potatoes to plant. So I have some Caribe potatoes. Now these are a shorter season potato, the Caribe, and they're a purple skin and a white flesh. And they do really well for me normally here. So I'm going to also be planting those in containers. I have very few potatoes planted in the ground this year, but it's just the way my garden space has worked out for me. The containers are where I have the most space. So I have another big bucket like this. This is what I call, sometimes you'll hear me refer to a tree can. It's these big plastic buckets that trees come in. And then I have 3 smaller ones. So I'm going to use those for now. And then I'm going to prep some more seed potatoes into some smaller containers so they can kind of get a start getting some roots established and get growing a little bit. And then they should be ready to go, and I can transplant them into these big buckets once I've harvested the potatoes out of them. Hopefully that all makes sense. But I've done that in the past where I've started some in smaller containers waiting for space to free up, and it's worked quite well for me. Just gives them a little jump start on this, on the growing cycle, you know, getting the roots out and everything, and then they're ready to go and you can plant them out. So let's go over to another area of my garden where I have some things prepped to get some of these Caribe potatoes started, and I'll show you what I'm doing with them. Okay, so a little sunnier over here, but a little less action with the wrens making noise too. So this is where I'm set up to get these potatoes planted. So if you're new to planting potatoes, these are just seed potatoes. Now I ordered these, and they've actually been sitting in my basement somewhere cool and dark for a little while, and they've started to put on some nice sprouts. So I didn't even put them in the light. They've just started sprouting, but they're still nice, good short sprouts. They're not spindly. I did have, I think, 3 potatoes that were quite rotten and mushy, so you don't want to use those. I threw those away. I hadn't actually opened the package, so that was on me. But most of them were pretty nice. Some of them had enough sprouts on them that I actually cut them, and they've been cut now for a couple of hours, so they're starting to callus off, harden off, dry out on the edges. And that's the best way to do it if you're going to cut your potatoes, is give them a chance to kind of heal over. Less chance of rotting when they go in the ground, though the ground should be pretty warm now, so less chance of rotting. But you see I left them with 2 really good sprout points on them when I cut them. So most of them have at least 2 good sprout points on them. A couple of them were a little iffy in the, they had a little bit of rot on them, so I just cut small pieces off, and I'm gonna try planting these up and see how well they do. So I have, I think, 3 little pieces like this, but most of them are good sized chunks with several eye sprouts on them. And then I just have a mixture of, this bucket is just filled with just old potting soil that was in pots from last year, probably from flower pots when I freshened up the soil in those pots, and that'll just help to add some loft and air through the mixture. It won't really have a lot of nutrients left in it. And then I have another bucket behind that's full of some of my own homemade compost. And then I have a bag of triple mix here. So that has, what does it say? Loam, peat moss, and compost in it that I purchased at the store. So I'm going to be mixing those together in somewhat equal proportions in a bucket and then putting them into my pots to use that. Because potatoes do like a good feed and they're a good root, they grow the roots, that's what we're growing them for. I'm going to use some bone meal. It's high in phosphorus. Phosphorus will help them get a good root system going. So that's something that I want in bone meals. I found really good for potatoes. Steer manure also works really good. This is what I have available to me here today, so this is what I'm going to be using. So like I said, I have one more big pot like the Jumsons are planted in, so I'll use this. And then I have 3 that are this size, which are probably about half the size of the other large one, and I'll be using them. And they're already marked from Purple Caribe from last year, almost the same date. We're planting a few weeks later now, but are they all marked, labeled that way? Yeah, they're all from the same thing. Guess they're good pots for that. So I'm just going to get going. I'll fill these pots each about halfway, and then I'll put some potatoes down, and then I will fill them up another good layer on top of the seed potatoes. And once the seed potatoes sprout, then I'll come in and add more soil mix on top of that, just to make sure that none of the potatoes wind up growing above the soil and getting sunburnt, because that can cause a poison issue with the potatoes if they get green from the sun. So that's where most of my potatoes will be going. And then I'll have a couple left over, and I'm just going to put them in these smaller pots. I'll use the same soil mixture if I have enough of it left. Otherwise I'll just use potting soil. It doesn't really matter. I just want to get them off started with somewhere to put their roots and get started with some rooting and some shooting just for a couple of weeks, and then they'll go into bigger pots, like I said, this size, once I harvest those Jumsons. So a lot of talk, not much happening. Let's get some potatoes planted. Apparently this soil, some of it was out of my herb pots from last year, and it didn't, still pretty chunky, not very broken up, but like still formed to the pot's shape with roots in that. But like I said, I'm not looking for nutrients with that soil, just looking for the loftiness of it. When you get all those roots in that in there, it'll provide air spacing once I break up the big chunks. And there's perlite in it. It'll just give a good exchange of water and oxygen and air through the soil, because some of these other mixes are a little bit heavy. So just give them a good mix so they're all mixed in together. So there's my mix. Looks like pretty nice soil now. Not too heavy, not too light. Let me get some of that bone meal worked in. So I won't worry about the bone meal when I'm topping up the pots. I want it down in the root zone, feeding the roots. It really doesn't matter much what I top it up with. It's really just to cover them so that the potatoes don't get sunshine if they start to grow and you know, size up so they push above the soil. That's all that topping up of the bucket will be for. Just found another big chunk of this potting soil here, so I'm gonna get it broken up because it doesn't do its job if it's in a big chunk like this. But yeah, even if you need to cover up your potatoes and you're looking for something, you could even just use like some dried leaves or something to cover them up with, just looking to keep the sun off the potatoes is all you're doing. There, I think I have it all broken up now. So I'm just gonna fill up the pots and I'll show you putting the potatoes in. So the potatoes are mostly growing down in the root zone below where you plant the potatoes, seed potato with these. These are a determinate type of potato. So a little worm in there. I'll be out of my compost. So I want to get it at least half full here, and then I'll put the potatoes on top. And I want to put 3 potatoes in this big pot. So I'm going to take them, and there's the shoots. You really put them however you want, but the shoots are the part that's going to give you the top growth. This one doesn't have as big of shoots on it, but you can see the little eyes coming on it. So there's one there right by my finger. There's one right there. A little harder to see because it's kind of dirty, and there's one right there. So they are there, they're just not quite as big on that half. And then you have these that are so big. And again, a smaller one on the side. So just put them off to the edges like that, and I'll just bury it up to about this space here just to cover them a little bit, and this will be good for now. So there. So once these start to sprout up above the top of the pot, that's when I'll come in and cover them up. And I probably will just come in and put some shredded leaves on top, just because it doesn't really need a lot more soil up here. It just needs something to keep the top of the soil cool where the potatoes are growing. That's the hardest part of growing potatoes in pots, is you don't want the sun kind of baking in, but you still need lots of sunshine on the plant. So now I'll get some more soil mixed and do the other 3. All right, so I just moved the big pot that I already did out of the way. I've mixed up more soil. I didn't put the bone meal in here. I'll just mix it into these pots so that I know that I'm getting equal amounts, because I don't know how much of the soil mix I'll need in these pots. Okay, I think those are all pretty much filled up, about halfway or a little more. So we get a little bone meal in each one. Just gonna work that in. Pot might be, these might need just a little more. They're not quite half. With a smaller pot, I want to make sure there's room for potatoes to develop down here. There. So I'm just going to put 1 in each of these pots. You could do 2. Last year it says I did 2, but these usually are a pretty good producer for me, so I want to give them room to get their tubers developed in there. Which means I'm going to need a few more of these pots. I just brought 6 with me and I have 10 potatoes left, but we'll deal with that in a minute. So we'll get these covered over. I'm going to take a chalk marker and just label each of these pots with what's in it, how many, and the date, and then I'll know later on when I'm trying to figure out if they should be ready to harvest or not. So let's see. I think the yellow works the best. Do that. Oof. And today is June the 26th. And I planted 1. Hopefully that's all going in the right direction, writing it upside down. But now I'll know what's in it. I'll maybe wipe off last year's so I know that's not what's happening. So I'll label these 3 little pots like that, hopefully without the extra runs of paint chalk marker there. And then this one I'll label that I put 3 in. So. And there was, oh, went the wrong way again. 3, that looked like an 8. 3. All right, hopefully I can read that later. So I'll get these all labeled. And then all I'll do for these little pots, these will just go and just sit in my greenhouse until I've harvested the other big pots and can put them in. So I'm just going to put a scoop of the mix. Take one of my little seed potatoes and just set it in there. And then cover it over. And now these will likely get full of roots and some sprouts, but they shouldn't have time to put on any tubers or do any of that in this pot. I don't want to leave them here more than a couple of weeks. And then I'll just take them and I'll just transplant them into the big pots. I'll put 3 of these in each pot. Maybe 4 in one pot, because I think I said I had 10 of these tubers left, and that's what I'll be doing with them. And by that point the little sprouts will be coming up and I can just plant them like I was transplanting any other plant. So it's not something that you see a lot of people do with potatoes, but I have done it before and it does work and can give you a little jump start when you are waiting for more space to come available in your yard. So if you have some pots or planting spaces that'll be cleaned out soon and you have some seed potatoes ready to get planted, give this a try. So I'm going to write the date on here and what kind of potato and one. I'll just be doing up the little pots of the rest of these potatoes and get them set in my greenhouse. If you don't have a greenhouse, just set them somewhere like you would put any other potatoes. The biggest problem with a little pot of potatoes like this is you're going to have to make sure that they stay well watered, and that's about it. With potted potatoes, you want to make sure that they're getting fertilized regularly, because potatoes are heavy feeders and they're going to not have fertile nutrients available to them through the ground. You're going to have to provide that for them, so make sure they have a good fertilizer regimen and good rich soil to start with. And then you want to make sure that they're staying watered and evenly watered. A lot of potato issues can start from infrequent or uneven watering with potatoes. And it's good if you have somewhere, like you noticed my potatoes that I showed you that are growing in the smaller pots. They are on the north side of the big pots, and so the big plants themselves are getting lots of sunshine, but the pots where the roots are staying shaded, and that's how potatoes seem to do best for me in large pots. When I have them in a space where they're getting just baked on in the sun, they don't grow as well. Now maybe if you grew them in a lighter colored pot that reflected the heat, that might also work. So if you haven't grown potatoes in pots, then maybe give it a try. Thanks for coming along to watch today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Share it with a friend who might want to see it, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.